What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video today. I say today because I'm never morning. But Happy New Year for all those who understand. Happy New Year. April is definitely the true New Year. It's true spring. True springtime. So, congratulations for making it to another one for those of us who made it. I must say that I'm definitely feeling yesterday's workout. But it's cool. But I'm gonna show up, you know what I'm saying? My coworker had it today. We all sit in the bed for a little bit, then we get up and get started. He was like, he said, I said, it's time for that easy money. He started laughing. He was like, you like work? I said, I like money. And he fell out laughing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mentioned you gotta know why you doing whatever it is you're doing. If not, you just be doing a service. But anyway, I ain't come to preach to you this morning. I'm feeling pretty good, body sore, but it's a good sore, you know what I'm saying? I done been sore from hangovers before. That crap ain't no fun. You know what I'm saying? I done been sore from eating too much of the wrong food. That ain't no fun either. So I'd rather be sore from working out and trying to get in a better shape. I have no idea what we're doing this morning. What we're doing today, because I'm never morning. I don't have no idea what we're doing today, so pretty much just a slow boogie. Slow boogie, slow boogie. You can see it's freezing cold out here. But that's okay. It's okay, man. What's crazy is this section of West Virginia we in, they have endangered clams out here. And they're like so crazy. Like it's a special species of clams out here. And they got parts of this area that we in that is a wildlife preserve. And you get caught on the other side of the barricade that separates the job site from that section, man, you get ran off, you get ran up out of here. But I thought that was pretty cool because down in Texas, they ain't got that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we might have something, but you don't hear nothing about like we got endangered clams we can't go over on this part of the land and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. And the air is much clearer up here than it is down south. Certain parts of down south, like in the overpopulated areas of the city, like Austin and Dallas and Houston and stuff. But I'm definitely excited. I'm grateful to be up. I got up a little early. My alarm clock went off at 3, but man, it be so cold. I start my truck up and let it warm up, and I end up falling back to sleep. I be letting my truck warm all the way up. What I'm gonna start doing though is, even though it be cold, I'm gonna start getting up, getting myself together. Start getting up, getting myself together either way. That's why I'll be ready. Because I know it's excuses. No excuses when you want results. Believe you me, I want results. Man, it's so crazy. I was sitting there scrolling through Instagram. I ain't gonna lie, Instagram is like one of my favorite, Instagram is one of my favorite social media platforms. I learned a lot of stuff off of Instagram. TikTok is. I used to like TikTok a lot, but TikTok is so consuming, man. I didn't even realize, like, I'll be on TikTok for hours, before I knew it. Like, I've been in time warp, so I stopped getting on TikTok so much. I actually deleted it off my phone. But the video was a podcast, and the podcast, the dude was talking to the lady. A couple dudes talking to this lady about how her communication skills is real bad. And the lady, man, freaking snapped and was just 100% defensive against everything that they were saying. And all they were saying is there's nothing wrong with having an issue with your man. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. But it's how you relate the issue to him. You know what I'm saying? And one of the guys was like, you know, there's no way that I would deal with the way that you talk. There's no reason. He said, because I had a mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already had a mama. He said, I don't need another one. He said, I need a business partner. I need a relationship partner. I need somebody I can grow and build with. I don't need another mama. And I felt that 150%. Because it's like, there's no reason for you to have to yell at me or try to son me. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of women these days that struggle with that. And I'm not gonna put it all off on them because it might be a trauma response. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes as men, we have to figure out if that's what that is. And if we figure out that's what that is, we address it accordingly. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't about battling them or going against the grain with them. So, but I seen that and I was like, wow, I was just having this conversation. And I know there's phones listening, that's why the videos pop up, but still, it's still factual, you know what I'm saying? Now, we gotta learn how to communicate with one another. We gotta take time to analyze ourselves to figure out how to talk to the next individual, another man or another woman, you know what I'm saying? Because it's too much getting past us as a man and woman in general. Signs of mental illness, signs of trauma, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, like even me, I was going through it. Man, I had bad anger issues, terrible anger issues, and never once realized that they were stemming off of past events that I've been through. It wasn't until I started going back, and like I remember when I first got divorced. Got divorced about 5 years ago, give or take. I don't remember. I really don't even try to keep up with it. But I got divorced about 5 years ago. And, you know, at the time I was driving trucks. I quit my job because I was like, man, I'm a danger to people on the road because that's all I could think about. Because it was abrupt. It caught me off guard. I didn't find out until I was on my way home from being gone out of town for a week working. And normally we try to get back on Saturday. But I got back Saturday night and I was gonna have to turn around and leave back out again Sunday. Or I didn't get back out. It was something like that. Anyway, my ex-wife didn't tell me until I was on my way home. You know what I mean? I was 5.5 hours away trying to drive back to the house. And by the time I got there, everything was gone. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward, I quit my job. I spun out of control for a while. I ain't gonna lie. I spun out of control for a while. Like I was out of my mind. I was drinking and smoking, popping pills. You know what I'm saying? Trying to mask the pain instead of dealing with it. But I didn't know how because nobody in my circle, nobody around me was married, so they didn't know how. And people that claim they want to talk to you, man, they wasn't doing nothing but judging and having something to run back and say. Like I said, I've always been a private person. So I'm reaching out hard because I see people mentoring. So I bottled all that shit up. And I started on a destructive path. You know what I'm saying? Hurting women. And not just like with it being intent, like, man, I'm finna go out here and dog all these women. Nah, it was just a trauma response. You know? Like I just didn't care about nobody else at all. All that went away. Like shoot, forget everybody. But that wasn't the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, fast forward, man, I start calming down from running like a dog. I got a job. I stayed working, but I actually got another job driving and stuff. And I started coming to a realization, like I was like, dang, Most High, wow. I said, man, I'm working. You know what I'm saying? I got a job, I'm working. I said, well, why am I still in the same spot? Why am I going through the same stuff? And not far as relationship-wise, man, I had to put a Band-Aid on, man, because this mask being up under my lip like this done rubbed it raw. When I be in the shower, I scrub hard. I got one of them, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like a material, it's like a scrub instead of just a towel. I scrub with that and then I go back with a towel. Anyway, got this John right here raw. You know what I'm saying? So I had to put this on here. Anyway, I was like, dang, why I'm going through the same stuff, man? Like, this ain't making sense. Oh, man, I quit the job I was working. I ain't gonna lie to you, I quit again. And went to my mama's house. This the first time I've been back home since I was 18 years old. I was in my 30s. I went back to my mama's house. And, man, I got me an ounce of some fire weed, man, from my cousin in Washington. And I just stayed at the house, man. You know what I'm saying? Stayed at the house, asking questions, going back, you know, and allowing the Most High to start revealing the lies that I told myself and the lies I believed from other people. And it'd be so crazy because I couldn't sleep. But then when it was time for me to get the answer to something, I would fall into a deep sleep and he'll just reveal it. And I remember being conscious in my subconscious, getting answers to these questions. And I'd be like, man, I can remember myself talking to myself, be like, man, I forgive myself for that. You know what I'm saying? Or I forgive that person for that. And man, when I wake up, man, I feel like 100 years that came up off me. A ton of weight that came up off my shoulders. I felt lighter. My spirit wasn't so heavy anymore. You know? And this is me doing self-reflection. This is before I even understood. I just know that I just knew something wasn't right. That's what drove these actions. And it took me to start asking questions and going through this. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I used to be very, very depressed before I understood that depression is a selfish decision. Before I even understood that, I used to stay depressed and I knew I didn't like that crap. Be that dark cloud and stuff. So what I started doing is doing some, I gotta turn this way, but one of the big bosses. But I wanted clarity. I needed clarity. My body was craving, my mind was craving clarity. You know what I'm saying? So I said that to say this, man, like, you never know what somebody that been through is going through. All right, you gotta take the time or actually consider talking to them, you know what I mean? And doing self-reflection, self-healing, self-help. You gotta go through it. You gotta do it, man. Because if not, man, you gonna keep bumping head with women. You know what I mean? You're gonna keep running into the same problem over and over. Like I told y'all in a previous video, I don't argue, man. I don't argue. I will remove myself. And that's to protect, especially if I don't understand. That's to protect myself and protect the other party in the conversation. Because they might not even know what they got going on. Especially if I don't. So it's like, why sit there and make it worse? I sit there and even go through the rigmarole of arguing and fighting with somebody. Get them time to breathe. Get them time to sit back and think about stuff. To look at themselves. Because that's what I do. I don't understand what I got going on with me. Shoot, I fall back. I like when people be able to tell me something about myself now. Now I accept constructive criticism. Because I understand I might be doing something that I don't see. But it ain't in what you telling me, it's how you tell me. And just because you tell me crazy, like if you've been telling me, talking to me crazy all these years, like for a long time, and then you turn around and try to be nice and tell me and try a different way of talking to me, like shows you gotta undo all those years of you talking crazy. You gotta undo that, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't gonna be just, oh, I decided to talk to you nice today. It ain't just gonna be because I decided to talk to you nice today, now it's okay. Hell no, you know what I'm saying? That ain't how that work. So man, y'all take the time that's necessary to heal yourself. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to talk to yourself. And that way when you talk to other people, you will be considered even when they raging. Like for real. Nowadays I be appalled. I'll be like, man, how dare you talk to me like that? And you know, I'm going out my way to talk to you, with sense. To actually consider your feelings. Consider how I talk to you. To prevent even being offended, I just get off the phone. I leave you to yourself. Hey, but that's just my way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I know the way that I do it is effective. Because eventually, the person that I be talking to like that, man, they start analyzing themselves. They start growing eventually if they hear it long enough. They ain't gotta tell me, oh yeah, I understand, I'm looking at it now and I see. You ain't gotta tell me none of that. Well, to tell me you understand is when you start changing your behavior, changing the way you receive the information. And you'll say it yourself. You'll be like, damn, yeah, I can work on that. Like, you ain't gotta always tell me. You ain't gotta be. I ain't gotta. Like, ooh, okay. Yeah, you still need a little more time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole comprehension changes. You know what I'm saying? And yours will too. That's the cold part. This ain't just for me. This is for anybody that really want it. Man or woman, young man or young lady. And I learned this from children. I learned this from talking to my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, alright. I noticed how they would respond to me, and I didn't like it. And I was like, oh no, I don't like that. No. I need them to understand that they can come here. I'm a place of refuge for them when they don't understand. I want them to come talk to me. I want them to be able to know, hey, if I can't talk to nobody, I can go talk to my dad. You know what I'm saying? Even my niece and nephew, hey, if my nieces and nephews, two of them, they young right now, they don't know me like that. But if it ever get to a point in time when they need to come talk to me, hey, I want them to be like, hey, I can go talk to Uncle D. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he's non-biased and he'll listen to me. Because in this crazy world, man, we don't have a safe space for these kids, and we don't create a safe space for each other, man, we end up in the wrong hands. You know what I'm saying? And especially if that other person realizes that you don't know no better. Boy, they'll be so quick and willing, if they heart ain't right now, if they heart ain't right, and they'll be so quick to take advantage of you and make your head spin. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll be looking like, well, I don't know why they didn't do this. I don't know why they just didn't come to me. Shit, that's why. But that's only for the people that really want to hear the truth and want to learn from it. Because you got other people that be like, oh yeah, tell me, I want to know the truth. And then you start telling them the truth and they really don't want that. So it's like constantly work on yourself. That way you'll be able to know the difference between somebody who do want to know and somebody who don't. All right, peace and love, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I always remember that it starts with you. You know what I mean? Self-love is the best love. All right, have a good day. Because we never want to remember that.